Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the 2023 Ford F-150. Before we get into the video though, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's jump right into it. So this video is going to focus on the changes for the 2023 model year, which, spoiler alert, there's not a lot of changes to the truck itself. Most of the changes are regards to packages on the truck and then also pricing as well. And so all of the changes that happened for the 2021 model year in terms of the full redesign of the F-150 still carry over into 2023. And then the minor changes that happened in 22, like the change with the climate control faces, also carry into 23 as well. And then like the Raptor, for example, has an R mode that was added for 22. That also carries into 23. The biggest change, though, for 23 is the fact that Ford is getting rid of a lot of base model packages on their different trim levels. I'm going to use the Raptor as an example, but you guys need to understand this is carried over into other packages with the F-150 lineup. So with the Raptor, there is no longer going to be an 800A package on the Raptor, which started at $70,000 roughly. There's only going to be an 801A now, which starts at over $75,000, and then you have the destination charge as well. And so what that means is the Ford Raptor now starts at a similar price to the Ram TRX, which is pretty crazy. Just take that into account. But the 801A does have more options than the 800A. This isn't just like a straight up price hike like what we already experienced with the Ford Raptor for the 2022 model year. This is basically getting rid of a lower down package. So it is increasing the price, but you also are getting options for this extra price. Some of those options, for example, include like a heated steering wheel. You've got the nicer sound system. You also have like the giant Ford logo there on the tailgate. The fog lights that come with the Raptor, the LED fog lights to be exact, and then also the Torsen front differential as well. So there are a ton of benefits to the 801A, and frankly, I think most Raptor owners order the 801A anyways because, especially with that Torsen front differential, they want that, right? So it just makes sense that Ford's doing that, but this isn't just a Raptor thing. This is other F-150 models, like the XL, for example, is another model that they're basically making it so you just have to get a more loaded up XL. And so this overall is increasing the price of the F-150. We don't have official pricing released yet, but I wouldn't be shocked if the base price of an F-150 went from the around $30,000, what it is today, to about $35,000. So basically, whatever F-150 you're looking at, just tack on about $5,000 in terms of the starting price of that package, because you will no longer be able to get the lower down package. Now, like I said, this just is forcing people to get a higher up package. It isn't making it so that they're paying more for the same truck, because let's say with the Raptor, for example, if you're already going to order an 801A anyways, you're not paying any more money for a 23 versus a 22. Basically, you're paying the same amount of money for that package. It's only if you were thinking about ordering a lower down package where you're going to be forced to spend a little bit more money, which is a slight downside, frankly. Now, the next thing is there are going to be some new packages added for the 2023 model year. I've talked about some of these on the channel, like the F-150 Rattler that I struggle to pronounce, which is like a base model off-road package. And then there's also a Heritage Edition, which apparently I can't pronounce that either, which I haven't talked about, but the reason I haven't talked about that is I'm just going to wait to review one, frankly. It's basically just a two-tone F-150 with some slight interior upgrades to commemorate 75 years of something or the other. And then, I know I just like brushed it off. The last one that we've talked about quite extensively is the Ford F-150 Raptor R, is also a new package that is coming. And then the 5.0 V8 for the Tremor as well. So there are those changes that I've, obviously made several videos about several of the packages. And so overall, the changes for 2023 are quite minor. The biggest change is going to be that price increase. And so now I guess we get into the section of the video where we talk about what you should do as a potential buyer of a 2023 F-150, or I guess 2022 F-150 if you're kind of like on the fence one way or the other. So first off, if you're going to be getting a package that is already available for 2022, that you can get all the options you want, I recommend get a 2022, and that's just because prices are only going to go up. I'm sure that, not only between the price increase based on Ford not offering base model packages, but also just like quarterly price increases that auto manufacturers have, you're going to pay more money for the same truck if you wait another model year. So if you can get what you want for 2022, I recommend getting what you want for 2022. Now, obviously, The new Rattler package, I think, is going to be pretty popular because it does add some cool off-road goodies to a less expensive truck. But at the same time, with the price increases and the package increase overall that's going to happen for 2023, I don't think the F-150 Rattler is going to be as affordable as it seems on the surface. I think it's going to have the same thing happen to it as what happened to the Ram 1500 Backcountry. If you guys don't know the story with the Ram 1500 Backcountry, that truck was supposed to be like a $40,000 affordable off-roader, a really good alternative to a Ram Rebel for someone who wanted some off-road practicality but didn't want to pay crazy Ram Rebel prices. Well, guess what? Fast forward to today, and the Ram 1500 Backcountry and the configuration that people actually want is like a $60,000 pickup truck, so it's not the affordable off-roader that we thought it would be. And so I bet the same thing's going to happen to the F-150 Rattler. I think basically what Ford's going to do is, what it looks like they're doing is they're cutting off the lower down packages for higher end vehicles that they're selling, like the Tremor and like the Raptor, and then they're forcing people to buy higher up packages on the lower down trucks like the XL or like the F-150 Rattler. So it's still they're still gonna have like incremental price increases as you go up the packages, but it's basically just gonna push the overall price of the F-150 up quite substantially. So I wouldn't be shocked if basically the Ford F-150 Tremor could only be had in its fully loaded format that's like a $70,000 truck. And then the Raptor, we already know now, starts at $75,000. And then I wouldn't be shocked if this Rattler package can only be had in a higher up package that makes it a $50,000, $60,000 truck. And so Ford's basically just trying to push people up in terms of the price range that they're going to sit in with all of these different packages. And so that's why I say if you can get what you want now with today's model, the 2022 model, then I definitely would recommend that. Other than that, like I kind of alluded to at the beginning of the video, there is no major changes for the powertrains. We're still going to have all the powertrains carry over into 2023. So everything from the 2.7 V6 to the 3.5 V6 to the 5.0 V8 to the Power Boost, all of that is going to carry over. We are technically getting a new engine because the F-150 Raptor R has the supercharged 5.2 liter V8. But again, that's kind of like a specialty model. It's not like you'll be able to get that engine in other F-150 packages. And so yeah, that's pretty much going to sum things up for today's video. I want you guys to let me know what you think about these changes. If you think it's a good idea that Ford is trimming off the base model packages on their trim levels, or if you think that this is something that Ford shouldn't be doing because they need to still sell trucks that are in that lower price range. I'd be pretty interested to hear what you guys have to say about that. In terms of my personal opinion on it, I noticed that it seems like most people are buying the higher end packages anyways, and so it kind of makes sense to get rid of the lower end packages if people aren't buying them. But maybe that's just the market that I'm in. That's what's happening. Maybe in other markets, that's not what's happening. Geez, I can't talk today. That's not what's happening. So anyways, we're going to cut it off. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see all of you in the next video.